1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4 5. Testing 1 2 3 4. Microphone, is my microphone on? Testing 1 2 3 4. Oh, look at this guy. Tonight.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Travel fast. We're gonna do a lot of this.
Stay focused. Oh my God.
Do some special things like this. Lots of twisting, turns, twists and turns. We're gonna do this tonight on the travel.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah.
Which is my
very good. Very
Thursday,
good.
Friday, my Friday. I'm gonna twist. I'm gonna turn the whirlwind pyramid. I'm gonna do some things like this. Hop up on the wall. I'm gonna turn around. We're gonna talk about sports.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Yeah.
About basketball.
Very good.
That's your morning workout vision.
Stay
That's what I try to do. We'll talk about basketball. We can talk about football. Kickers. We like to get happy endings. We're going to talk about the new power structure of the NBA.
Don't give up. Yeah.
I watched
Very good.
Very good.
Stay focused.
We're going to talk about, and I'm going to have a family member join me because I like to talk to family members. Family guy, and then there'll be two, but it's going to be real quickly turning.
Don't give up. Yeah. Very good.
Fishing, that's a workout.
Stay focused.
My mic's on, by the way. Goes to Tonga. All right. You can barely hear me? Hold on. What about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Don't give up.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better? Conga Hydra?
Very good.
Very good. Much better. I think that's probably better. Well, I've done a good job of setting it up, setting the table, as they say.
Don't give up. Yeah. Very good.
I guess without further ado, I might as well go ahead and start the show.
And now it's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Don't give up. Yeah.
Good news. We are talking about combination. Jesus Christ. We can't run.
Hello. I'm feeling very jovial this Thursday evening. That picture gives me chills every time. I got to pull this up, Congress, so I can show you the composition of it. It's really the same picture twice, and just the bigger size of it is you see the shoe. That's when you see the other shoe. To answer your question, Oren, can you say titties? I think I just did. Oh. I think Media Critic, I'm not sure, but I think I just did. I think I did what you asked me to do, and I didn't even know you were going to ask me to do it. Here goes some right here. She's doing a dance. Let's watch her dance. It's a good way to start a Thursday evening show. Okay. I hope that all of you are doing well this Thursday. Hold on, let me give you another round of applause. You know why I'm giving you a round of applause? Do you know why? Are you aware of why I'm giving you a round of applause? Because you did it. You are the master of this Thursday. You murdered it. If this were the first 48, you'd be sitting in a little room with the healthy black lady and her white counterpart, and they'd be asking you questions. They'd be asking you if you knew about it. They'd be offering you a chicken dinner. They'd be offering you a chicken dinner, and they'd be like, "Come on, man, you know you just want to talk to me. Tell me why you killed Thursday like that." And you'd be like, "I don't know nothing about Thursday, man. I wasn't even with Thursday. I don't even. Nope. I go Wednesday straight to Fridays. I don't know nothing about no Thursdays. I don't know nothing about no Thursdays." And you're like, and then they just break you down, and that chicken dinner just starts to get good to you. And the next thing you know, you're ratting on you're ratting on your coworkers, and you're talking about, "Yeah, I killed Thursday. I murdered it. I did it. I did it. I murdered that Thursday. I did. And she's like, "No, it's okay. You just want to get it off your chest. Come on, tell me how you did Thursday." You're like, "I murdered the shit out of it. I got up early. I said my affirmations in the mirror. I said, you're a fucking winner. You're gonna murder this Thursday." And it just got good to me. And everything after that was just murder. So for that, I applaud you, because that means you're one day closer to what I'm on right now. I'm on my weekend. You're one day closer to yours. That's how that works. That's exactly how that works. Oren, titties are the most delightful item in life. Breasts, titties. Ladies, we love your lady parts. And we love you, the people attached to the lady parts. It's not just your lady parts that we love. We love the people attached to them. Big Booty Thursday. Big Booty Thursday. Come with it. Hoochie mamas. Pump with it. Wait. Do you see what I do for you? That's nice, but I prefer the obese rapper that sued Twitter. That's nice, but I prefer that obese rapper that sued Lyft twerking and falling on her ass because her knees gave out. Oh, we're going to talk about the Tugger. We're going to talk about Mr. Tugger. We probably should start there because I got a lot of NBA stuff. I saw something last night in the Golden State. I don't know if you guys watched it, Golden State and OKC. But I saw something last night and I got an opinion and I got a hot take. I got a hot take and I'm going to give it. I got a hot take and I'm going to give it and you're going to take it. Oren, did you see Dion walking Shiloh out of the tunnel in Dallas? Do you think that he will do that for Shedeur for his first NFL game too? I saw something where Shedeur was like, damn, what, guys can't care about their kids no more? And we're like, no, we're not saying that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, new developments in that. I don't know if it's really what we should cover here, but yeah. He saw it from a while away too. That when you just back up. And then they said that the same pilot may have targeted 2 other flights. It's a good thing that we get to congregate here and just do things, say things that are, Fishing says titties are nice, but give me that booty. Hold on, give up the booty yak 'em. Lay 'em down and yak 'em, smack 'em. Ladies, we don't mean to offend. We just appreciate the female form. Men are more utilitarian. It's like a Jeep. You guys don't care like we care. Hey, Skunk Life Media, welcome to the party, pal.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice work.
Super duper.
That's nice.
Okay.
Yes, boy.
We got to give it up to, I don't know if I've seen you in here before, Skunk Life Park, and I try and keep track of the new guys.
Not bad, meaning bad, but bad, meaning good.
So welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, pal. Not gonna lie, I'm a curve guy. I like them curvy. I enjoy the curvy women, shapely, the well-shapened. My cousin Juan is gonna join me, just to chop it up, chop it up. I make a point not to watch the NBA. Why would you do that, Conga? You were a part of my Bronco watch-alongs. Well, Skunk Life Media, guess what? Now you're a part of this. Now this is happening. Good news travel fast. Welcome to the hood, my man. I may have assumed there. You might not be a man at all. You might be a woman who likes to call herself Skunk Live Media. So I don't want to make any assumptions. Welcome to the proceedings, my person. Because it's not enjoyable to watch for me. It's not enjoyable for a lot of us to watch, but I did see something valuable last night. But let's not start there. Let's start in the NFL because we only really have one thing to get to. Media critic, I did see that. I did not see that in Dallas. I'm sorry. But I do think that Deion, I know he was in town for the Shrine Bowl, wherever that is. And I know Deion is desirous to see. I think it's kind of personal, ego driven too. You know how Michael Jordan just didn't have a problem with neither of his sons making it into the NBA? Michael Jordan was like, I'm not pulling a goddamn thing. There'll be no LeBron James, Bronny James action over here. I got some of that to weigh in on too. I heard JJ Reddick. We're going to talk JJ Reddick too. Don't let me forget some of these things. I have them written down on my phone. But don't let me forget. Remember, remind me, Orrin, you're going to give JJ Reddick an award. Somebody just say that somewhere 15, 20 minutes from now. Just throw it out there. You don't have to say it now. Let's talk about the Tugger. Holy shit, that got out of control fast. Justin Tucker. Oh, hello, ladies. Justin Tucker, you are next on The Price is Right. This is scary. This is scary only because it's like, what's going on with these guys? Have you guys ever been, who among us? Who among us has gotten a professional massage before? I have. And I'm not unaware of the phenomena of how you should say, how they call it, the happy ending. I've never participated. Never been a part of it. Wouldn't even know how to start that conversation. Skunk Life, you have? Okay. Wouldn't even know how do you start that conversation? Do you say something? Is it suggested on their behalf? I have a friend, I got a homie who has gotten the full Monty. He's gotten the full Monty. And if I remember his story correctly, it was just kind of suggested by the lady. And then he was like, smoke if you got him. That might have came out wrong, but that was basically how that went. So, okay, I'm going to get to somebody else's comments in a second. Hold on. I want to get into this story a little bit. I think we all know the story, but I just want to read a bit because it's kind of, again, how do you broach the subject if that's what you're into, if that's your thing? I'm quite sure that there are masseuses who have a reputation for giving that. But isn't it best that you okay it with? And again, how do you broach the subject? Let me see. Hold on before whoa, no, you don't just ask. You're not just laying down. She's like, would you like me to do your shoulders? And you're like, yeah. And while you're at it, not so much here as down here. Not so much here. You're good with the rubbing here. I don't mind this here. Could you take this here and do that? And you're just pulling her hands down here. Yes, I know that I'm supposed to be laying on my stomach, but now, awkwardly, I'm laying on my back and I'm pitching a tent. Yes, I'm happy to see you. No, that's not a billy club under my towel. And yes, I'm happy to see you. No, that's not a microphone. No, that's not a Shure microphone under my towel. And yes, I am happy to see you. How do you ask for that and not have it become a felony? Nah, bro, I mean, I ain't got that kind of massage before. Oh, okay. I mean, pro as in massage envy. Yeah, if you're at massage envy, right? And you're getting, the wife, the girlfriend, she's paid for, let's say, a couple's massage, and you guys are together. Okay, no, let's say she's on the girl side and you're on the boy side. And you're just kind of like, smoke if you got them. And then, so how do you broach the subject? Is it eye contact? Are you kind of looking at the lady and you're going, you know what I'm talking about? Is it unspoken? Are you just picking up on a vibe? I feel like between Deshaun Jackson and Justin Tucker, I feel like maybe they're just picking up on the wrong vibes. I've had great massages, and I've had massages that dare I say, were good enough to arouse the junior me, who is not quite that junior. I got big hands and big feet is all I'm saying. Which is very embarrassing, right? You're just like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You're not interested, are you? But no, it's kind of like, suggestion seems a little better than what I read. 2 spas say they banned Tucker. He denies being banned, and the behavior that women say left them emotionally scarred. Content warning. This story contains graphic descriptions that may not be suitable for some readers. Get out now. I'm going to start reading. And it's not going to go like the quick brown Tucker jumped over the lazy red flag. She's not into it. Ravens kicker Justin Tucker engaged in inappropriate behavior at 4, not 1. No. We're going LeBron. Not 2. No. Not 3. No. But 4. 4 high-end spas and wellness centers in the Baltimore region. Isn't that an oxymoron? I've been to Baltimore. Is there anything high-end in Baltimore? Maybe he judged the area. I kid because I care. Baltimore's a very nice city. There's the parts that are like The Wire, and then there's other parts. According to 6 massage therapists, we'll go LeBron again. Not 1. No, not 2. Not 3. Not 4. Not 5. No. The whole Bulls. The raging Bulls. Brushing 2 of them with his exposed penis, as I like to pronounce it, and leaving what they believed to be ejaculate on the massage table after 3 of his treatments. Are they sure that it wasn't their own massage envy oils? Or maybe you just did such a good job, he had no choice. You got to put it somewhere. You're there naked. You don't have a sock because your socks are in the locker room. Whom among us hasn't gotten a massage and left their socks in the locker room? Because that's what you're supposed to do. Hopefully she's going to massage my feet. Can't be awkward. Let me ask you guys a question. Sidebar, squirrel. Are you wearing socks guy? Are you socks while sexing guy? Be honest. Throw one in the chat. And if you're a lady, you can throw one in for your guy. Throw one in the chat if you're socks while sexing guy. Some of you, I know there's a skunk. Come on, Timothy. One of you guys here is socks while sexing guy. Never take my socks off. I'm never caught without them. I'm never caught without them. Ankles, high socks, the mid range. Not a sock guy? Okay. Well, when we were all younger, can't stand your feet being touched. Interesting. Giving serial killer. Need traction for them back shots. Yeah, you don't want to be slipping around. Unless you wear the water socks, like the ninja socks. Those have grip on the bottom. So do some footed socks. Who's Timberlands in socks while sexing guy? Who's Timberland and socks while sexing guy? I've seen a couple of the R-rated movie types that are Okay, let me stop and keep reading. Several therapists said Tucker's behavior was so egregious that they ended sessions early or refused to work with him again. And at 2 spas, management said they banned him from returning. After receiving a tip on January 9th, the banner began investigating and spoke to 6 massage therapists who recounted troubling firsthand experiences with Tucker from 2012 to 2016. So this is an old habit that dies hard, like Bruce Willis in his bitch. I've told people about this over the years, and they either act like it's hot gossip. Is there any other kind? Who likes cold gossip? It's like porridge. No one likes cold gossip. Only the hot ones. Or a joke. Said one therapist who worked on Tugger. We're going to change his name to Justin Tugger. But it was really degrading. Now, I don't want to make light of this. I do not want to make light of this. Okay? I do not want to make light of this. Sexual assault is not something to be made light of. Attorneys for Tucker denied the allegations of inappropriate behavior, calling them speculative and impossible to prove. I mean, your word versus mine. You're rubbing. I'm just enjoying the rub. Therein lies the rub. The attorneys, Thomas A. Clare and Stephen J. Harrison, from the Clare, Locke, and Tucker, said Tucker had never been banned from 2 spas in question. They also denied Tucker ever ejaculated. Okay. Now, the one thing I want to add to this little story, which is disgusting, to be honest with you. All right, all jokes aside, it's like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, here's how I know I would never I just have too much, how do you say, pride? My mother would turn over in her grave. Like, you can't be a part of activities like that. But in 2021, this tweet, Justin Tucker is canceled, but it's not my place to provide the reason. Let's just say he's been told by many massage places to never come back. That's November 29th, 2021, from Young MC. And that's MC's burner. That's the burner account. Also him as well. What's this? Our favorite kicker loved to disrupt 9th grade English class to yell about how much he hated. Oh, whoa. Not the hard R. Oh, and the gots. And anybody who wasn't a Christian. He also talked about how women belonged in the kitchen and should make him a sandwich after my massage, mind you. He got away with it because nobody, including the teacher, ever called him out. Well, I'm calling him out now. Alum Westlake class of 2008. Justin Tucker sounds like the kickers, man. The kickers are the wild cards. You never know. Let me get to y'all's comments, and then I'm gonna bring my cousin in, and we're gonna talk some basketball, and then we're gonna bet, and we're gonna talk about gambling, fishing. Oren, will Shiloh play a regular season down in the NFL? I don't see it happening. I'm gonna be honest with you, media critic. I do not see it happening. He just looks out of place. I saw Deion Jr. put up a thing. He's like, man, y'all crazy as hell on Twitter. He's all, because there's somebody was critiquing. Oh, the same one we watched. He just had commented on the post. And he's like, man, y'all crazy as hell. I'm like, I know he's your brother. But he might want to find a new line of work. 1 trillion 3-pointers a game is ridiculous. No question. We're talking NBA stuff right there. We'll get to the NBA stuff here in a minute. You mentioned actual massage, not like that Asian massage. Orange Schlereth says kickers and punters are like children of the 50s to be seen and not heard, and definitely not rubbed on. Congra Hydra found something funny. Is it something I said, or was it that last joke? Hopefully it was something I said. LOL, nah, bro. I ain't got that kind of massage before. We already read that one. I'm innocent till proven guilty guy. And there's a lot of gold diggers out there, and Watson was never indicted, and all cases were settled. When a guy settles out of court, and I'm not innocent and proven until guilty guy. That's the law. The law is innocent until proven guilty. And in these instances, what we see is the propensity for one person to launch the accusation, and then the pile-on starts, right? And, there's a Me Too aspect to some of these things, but okay, let's go poll it. Probability that this is real, and I'm going to set the over-under at 60%. 60% over-under that it's there's some validity to these. Just throw it in the chat. Things my father never taught me. Baltimore is a very nice city. Has that ever been said before tonight? Said most people never. Baltimore does have some very nice spots though. Okay, I tweeted you tonight's winning parlays. Okay, Fish, and I'll go look at those. We're going to talk some gambling when I bring my cousin J-Dub told to chop it up. Born and bred in Washington, D.C. Fuck Baltimore. Okay, skunk life. Nice. I'm out here now. I'm in Bowie. I live in Bowie. I live and work in Bowie. Right now, this is happening. Right now, I'm coming to you, skunk life, from Bowie. Not for much longer, but for the time being. Never take my socks off. You should not. Not a socks guy. Can't stand my feet being touched. Read that one. Need track room for back shots. Timothy Timothy's lost. Somebody's laughing. Skunk. Do you Kobe? Do you yo Kobe? Kobe. Do you yell Kobe while giving back shots? Kobe. And your lady's like, what? And you're like, nothing. It's something me and the guys got. Wait, Dad, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm doing work back here. I'm back here doing work, girl. Don't you worry about it. Don't shame me, Timothy. Okay, you guys are having fun. Did Tucker not learn anything from Deshaun? Apparently not. But I think this was happening around the same time. Maybe it was a spirit that was in the air. Maybe it was something in the air. What should Kobe be doing if we're not going to do that? Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. One of the saddest days. One of the sad. Do you guys remember that? And then COVID broke out. It was so wild. Like it was just like, wait, COVID, what happened? Similar to what we just saw happen in DC, kind of, but it's like, you know, a helicopter thing. And it's just, yeah, very sad. Never ejaculated at a spa. We share that. We share that distinction. I too have never ejaculated at a spa. Hold on. Yep, no, pretty sure I've never done it. Fish can't tell if that was a funny answer. Well, I love you guys. We chat, my homeboys in the chat.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Let's see what else we got here. Just bust a move. Watch that language there. Ski lessons. Oh, there goes Andon. What up, Andon? Yeah, buddy. Yes, buddy. You're never late to the party, Andon. We wait for you. Crazy, I didn't know you were going to talk betting, and I tweeted you my bets tonight. Well, you're in luck because my cousin is quite the handicapper. I think I'm going to try and start folding him in. His name is J-Dub. I call him J-Dub, and we go chop it up. We can talk some gambling. You guys can talk it with him mostly because I'm terrible at gambling, to be honest with you. He sends me parlays. He could always take up HS security. What up, Andon? UDFA as a favor to Dion. Okay. Didn't download last night. Get a room. All good. I found a new mode. I was absolutely love it. I said, get a room. Dion Jr. can get in his own feelings easily at times. Yeah, there's a part to his. It's kind of endearing. It's kind of endearing his participation in his family's ongoings. You know what I mean? He breaks that fourth wall. You're usually not used to hearing from the camera guy. He breaks that fourth wall, and he's very congratulatory. And, you know, he's getting into fights on sidelines and shit like that. It's kind of cool. And then at times, it's just delusional. It's just delusional. Warzone boot camp, so fun. I can't participate because I don't play. There goes Dad Solo. Where's the smoke? Burn one in my bowl. Why is the helicopter blacked out? Good question. Here's one thing that we all need to keep in mind. We're living in, I think there's a saying. It says, may you live in interesting times. Gentlemen, we are indeed, and ladies, we are indeed living in interesting times. That's why I take this stuff. I enjoy this time with y'all just to get creative, you know, have some fun, make sports, you know, hopefully a better conversation than what we normally deal with. And with all the, okay, I'm not going to get too deep down the rabbit hole. We'll save this kind of for the end, but with so much drama in the world, I never want to be a distraction. I would rather we get together on these airwaves and find creative ways to talk about those subjects, because I think that it's important. I just think it's important that we not kid ourselves into thinking that we can tuck ourselves away, no pun intended, that we can tuck ourselves away from the world in the world of distraction. Because I do believe that the people like this, that are in this, that congregate in these spaces, I believe you guys are, I told you guys the other day, we are a league of extraordinary gentlemen and ladies. And I think that, yes, it's fun to, you know, kind of let your hair back down. Let your hair back? Said no one ever. But keep an eye out, and hug your people, hug the ones that you love, keep them close. You never know when the next time will be the last. And that was kind of a sports story, right? Because I was a college skate team coming back from a trial, and just like that. And then all the questions, because it's just like, okay, I don't want to go too deep, but it's just like, damn, yo, like, okay, I'm gonna try not to do this. I'm gonna try not to go too deep. There's this sentiment that not everything is a conspiracy, but it's like, if you watch the video, it's like, it looks real intentional. I'm trying not to say things it looks intentional. I can't keep that from just crawling out of my neck. It just looks intentional, which pisses me off. It pisses me off because we got enough to worry about. And I do believe that the goal of some is to stop people who believe that they belong in a league of extraordinary gentlemen and ladies from evolving and becoming what you're supposed to be, which is the change you want to see in the world. And so dismay and tragedy are sometimes force-fed to us in order to stunt that growth. And you got to remember that. And you got to hold that. And you got to be willing sometimes to be fucking Bruce Willis and Die Hard. I'm being serious now. And that's why I say we can't always just use this place as just I don't want to see it. The real world scares me. I don't like to talk about. Don't talk about. Listen, I come here to get away from the real world, not fucking talk about it, you jack ninny. And I'm like, no, you got to talk about it. Sometimes you got to fucking talk about it. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop only because what's up? I'm going to stop only because this is a good place to stop. That's a good place to stop for now. And we can start it back up. But again, in the interest of chopping it up, it looked pretty intentional. It looked pretty intentional. And God bless the dead and rest the souls of those who have been sacrificed in the midst of empire falling. That's the other part of this. Don't think that this is happening without reason, which is another reason why you have to be very vigilant of what you pay attention to. I believe it was Bushwick Bill said there's 3 types of people in this world. Those who know what happened, those who wonder what happened, and those that make things happen. I think that we should always endeavor to never be the middle ones. Don't wonder what happens. You know what I'm saying? Know what's happening. Or even better, be the cause, not the effect. Fucking make things happen. All right. That's a good place to stop. That's a good place to stop before I get myself into trouble. We can go over to Good News Travel Fast though, and we could job it. I haven't started again for the new year. I've just been trying to do other things, and there's a lot coming down the pike. I'm telling you guys this right now. Me and my dog, I want y'all to listen to me. I'm being serious about this. The dog that you see in the open, me and that guy are going to get into an RV, and we're going to travel around the country, and we're going to make content like this, and we're going to chop it up about shit like that. And we're going to talk about sports. We're going to have some fun, and I'm looking for a piece of land where he and I can finally rest. We're going to build a house there. That's the goal. Good News, travel fast. And over the course of that trip, I want y'all to be there with me. And I want to share shit with y'all. And I'm going to be back in Colorado. And I'm going to be all over this motherfucker. Being my own version of Robin Hood in this bitch on Walkabout. That's coming soon. So just wanted to let you know that. Okay. Kind of hard being Snoop. Oh, for sure. With so much drama in the motherfucking LB. We're living in perilous times, and it is a wild ride. I don't give a fuck. I'm still closing the office on Juneteenth and MLK Day. There you go, Andon. You're right. Orange. This kind of sounds like my name. It's only Orange. Welcome to the party, pal. You're right. We have to wake up and pay attention. You got to. It's just you never want to wonder, like, what the fuck? Don't be that guy. Go deep. We'll get deeper. Sure did. You're not the only one who thinks it was intentional. Millions of us do. Let's rise up beyond their control. I agree with that sentiment. You know I do. Appreciate you just bringing attention to it. I'm never gonna not. My biggest two things are: one, why didn't the pilot respond when told a demand? Two, who are those three people that were the first thing that they said was there was no VIPs on the chopper, and it's just like, okay, so there were VIPs on the chopper. Here's a VIP, a very important person to me, my cousin Juan. J Dub.
What's good? What's good? What's happening?
Bushwick bill drop. Nice. Yeah, we love ghetto boys. Good ghetto boys. What up, J Dub?
What's going on, mate?
Hi, how you doing? All right? You all right, mate?
Everything is all right, man.
Everything's proper, mate. Everything's right.
Everything's
right with yous.
That's right. You know how we do, man.
Oh, man. Tell the people where you be at, bro.
Hey, bruv. You know, just here, there, and everywhere. You know, I could be here, I could be there. But yes, right now we're coming live from South Florida.
All right.
You can catch me on that I-95 all day.
On that I-95, somebody said, "Is that Andrew Tate?" You getting Andrew Tate, little cuz? You get Andrew Tate, little cuz? Huh?
I get that a lot.
You get that a lot?
I do.
I would never call my cousin J-Dub Andrew Tate, but I'm a face. All right, so let's talk about. I mean, you guys.
I think it was the British accent. That's what I think it was.
It's the British accent, bro. Do you think you guys need to voir dire the witness before we sit and talk sports alike? Let's just get into some shit. I wanna get into some shit. Let's get into some shit. Okay. Where to begin? Where to start? I want to start with last night and okay. So, who watched the game last night? Who watched the? I think it's official. Everybody thinks you're Andrew Tate, bro. It's official. This is Fishing. That's Timothy Rimothy. All these are great guys. It's Only Orange. Also great people. So, welcome to you in the hood now, J Dub.
Leaders of the new school.
Nice worker.
All right, so who watched the game last night? Last night I saw something.
You guys talking about, cuz?
I'm talking about Golden State and OKC, the only one that mattered, cuz. Last night, and the reason I ended up watching it is because I don't know. I something told me, oh, Carlos Boozer with the mini beard. You getting all the glaze right now, bruv. So okay, last night I'm watching Golden State and OKC. Did we have a game last night, you guys? The Nuggets played last night. Yeah, they lost. And okay, so I was coming off of that kind of low, and then I was just like, I'm gonna keep watching basketball. And I started watching that game. And I saw something that I think now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of them ones. He really is one of them ones. First of all, his mid-range game is what impresses me so much. In a game where somebody was talking about that earlier, where everybody's just bombing away from three, it's refreshing to see a guy who likes to score inside the arc. You feel me?
The arc.
You know what I'm saying? He excels in there. He dropped 52 on a head top last night. 52. In a loss.
I'm glad you said that because he's very, he's very methodical, fundamental, very surgical, right? The way he gets to the glass too, and he finishes. A lot of guys they get to the bucket. Like that's my problem with Tatum. He can't finish a lot. I really like SGA's game. It's one of those like I wasn't familiar with your game.
No, bro. No, you're not bullshitting. Let me tell you something. Pause. Heavy pause. First of all, Jalen Williams, Nuggets fans, Fishing, you guys. Tell me what you think about this take. You too, J-Dub, obviously. Jalen Williams is better than every player on the Nuggets squad that's not named Nikola Jokic. They've got something down there in OKC. But what we saw last night was, he was balling. But then I saw, OKC is kind of a. This is what I saw. Let me get to the take. I'm willing to put, and we're going to talk gambling. How much? What would the odds? What odds would I get on taking Golden State to win it all this year? What do you think? What would be the odds if right now I threw down some serious cash on Golden State to win? Because I think that's what's going to happen. I saw something last night.
You'd be a madman.
You think so? I would take that. I would take that bet
so.
right now. I would take that bet long odds right now, and I'll tell you why. In an NBA where the entire let me pull up these numbers. In an NBA where the entire play structure has been now centered around bombing away from deep, who do you trust to do that better in a high pressure situation than Steph Curry? And I'll say, and then I'll go a little bit deeper. Them adding Dennis Schroeder, great move. Then you start looking at guys like Buddy Hield. Golden State is built to do what everybody wants to do because of the presence of Steph Curry, and because of guys that like Kevon Looney, like they got scrapper guys. When they get healthy, I'm going to tell you this right now: Golden State will. I don't care what position, especially if they sneak in. If they play in the playing game, I'm telling you right now, Golden State will represent the Western Conference in the NBA Finals. Okay. Okay.
What did you have? What did you have today?
I saw. No, it's not what I had, cuz I saw it with my own two eyes last night.
No, this is the year that OKC actually comes out the West, and they actually take it. Because you mentioned Shai Gilgeous, right? And you can't mention him this year. I mean, we're talking about MVP running year, right? He's in the ballot for that. He's gonna be in the ballot for that.
He's gonna be, yeah, for sure.
I
think he might win it. I think he could win it, even with the year that the Joker's having. I think he could win it. Keep going though. Keep cooking.
I mean, the chemistry that those kids got down there is incredible, right? Even they're getting so much hate from the older guys. They're getting hate from Draymond, about barking in the in the post game interview. Well, I don't know. Listen. I think that they're built for it. I think that they're ready. I think that Shai Gilgeous, he's lost the last 2 years in the playoffs, and he knows that this is his year.
Okay.
This is his year. Even last night,
everything that you said there, cuz J-Dub. Everything you said there was, I think, not to take away from your powers. J-Dub knows this. He knows his shit. Everything you said there was, I think, and speculative based off of that. What do we know about Golden State, though? What do they say? To be the champs, you got to what? You got to beat the champs. And last night, what I saw from Oklahoma City was a Thunder team that averaged off their bench. They got 21 points off the bench. That means they got zero contribution from guys, and they like to play deep.
This game didn't mean anything to
okay.
I mean, Shai Gilgeous went off, right? I mean, for them, you gotta think about it, right? They're tired. They were just on the road. They're coming off of a road trip.
Sure.
I mean, they are on a road trip. So,
how many? Okay, let me ask you this. I don't mean to interrupt, but I do mean to interrupt.
I don't even think Golden State's going to make the playoffs this year.
You're crazy. Watch it happen. I'm telling you, as they get healthy, watch it happen. Number one. Number two. How many guys do you think? How many guys do you think Steve Kerr is willing to play in a playoff run?
About 9.
He's going to play 9. You're absolutely right. He's going to play 9. He's going to play 9, and he's got 9 to play. That's the difference. It's not that he's going to play 9. He's got 9 to play. Kyle Anderson, Kevon Looney, Dennis Schroeder, Moses Moody, Brandon Posminski. He's really got 10 that he can go to. And they're just throwing. This is the current construct in the NBA, right? Just throw shooting at the problem. Throw shooting at the problem. Bombs away.
Nah.
Okay.
They're aware that they're in a rebuilding year. I just seen an article where even Steph acknowledged that they're in a rebuilding year. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that they're not going out there and competing, but they are in a position to rebuild. With the draft coming up, they can make some key trades, but they're looking to go younger. They're aware of that.
Fishing says Okie State is built like '09 Nuggets with Melo. Great regular season team, not a good playoff team yet. Okay, fair point. They're deep, is what you're saying. OK State doesn't have the experience or the defense to win the playoffs yet. Sorry, I agree with that more than anything. So, with that being the point, and yes, I am. Go ahead.
You said they don't have the defense.
They don't have the defense.
Okay, so
let's look at the standings. Let's look at the standings.
When they outscore the opposite team, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, that's all based upon everybody doing that. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a 50 ball last night, and the back end of that game, he had no help, and that's what it's going to look like in the playoffs. Trust me. I'm not saying that they're going to get dog walked. What I'm telling you is that team's not ready yet. They are still a player away, and I do believe this. While I know that the era of the big man is reemerging, we're not fully in it yet. This collection of Golden State. Ooh, I like these. Are these good odds? Dub, are these good odds? Golden State is 8,500 to win the chip.
Yeah, that's 100 would bring you back 8,600.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna throw down on that, and I'm gonna make. And you guys are all gonna remember what's today. What's today? January 30th. Tonight.
1:30.
Remember that I told you 1:30. The Golden State Warriors. Okay, this is is that fishing? Is that okay, that's to win the chip. Remember that I told you today, January 30th, 2025, the Golden State Warriors will at the very least be in the Western Conference. I mean, be in the NBA Finals. And I do believe that they can win it. And I'm going to tell you why real quick. And then I'm going to kick it to J-Dub, and then we're going to kick it around, and then we're going to go deeper and talk some other stuff. Look at the standings. Look at the standings in the West. The difference between the 10th seed, the 11th seed, and the 7th seed, the 6th seed, and the 4th seed, 4 games, 4.5 games at worst. And it's going to play out like this all season because we know the Nuggets are the 4th seed. The Lakers are terrible. The Clippers are mediocre. This is going to be like this all season. So it's a 4 or 5 game losing streak, winning streak kind of proposition. This team loses 3 in a row. This team wins 4 in a row. And all of a sudden things can leapfrog all topsy-turvy, crazy. So you don't got to put out a lot of energy. You got to play 500 basketball all the way to the last couple weeks of the season. And then you kick it into high gear, try and get yourself in. And I'm telling you, no one's going to want to see this Golden State team on the back end. If they're the 10th seed, watch and learn, he says. J-Dub?
Now, I mean...
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I do mean to interrupt you. Let me ask you I'm going to ask you rapid fire. You give me yes or no. Do you trust Oklahoma City in a playoff situation?
Yes.
Okay. Houston?
No.
Memphis?
Yes.
Memphis, you trust?
Yeah, I think Ja's maturing. I think he's maturing. I think that team actually's got a lot of depth. They're really dangerous. You look at Edey. Nobody thought that he'd make the transition to the NBA. He's made a hell of a transition. He's nimble on his feet. He's physical with the right guys. Like Draymond. You talk about the Warriors. I think Memphis would clean them up right now, especially Edey. I remember that interaction between him and Draymond. I think, yeah, I think Memphis is ready. I think if anything, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, let me just interject real quick. That's what they have Kevon Looney for. Continue on.
He's soft, man.
Nah, bro, he's been there before. Draymond is garbage, says Fishing. Oren, are you saying you'd take Golden State over Denver in a 7-game series? Joker owns Golden State, any California team. In any other year, Fishing, I would agree with you. This year, you and I both know because you watch this team like I watch this team. Fishing, and I'm going to pose it. Fishing, we can't hear you audibly. I should throw the phone number out there. Fishing, we can't hear you audibly. J-Dub, we can't hear you. in a 7-game series, Golden State, Denver Nuggets this year, not any other year. Who you taking? J-Dub?
I'm taking Denver.
Oh, you're any other year, I'd agree with you. Not this
I'm
year.
taking Denver because look, I mean, you got Westbrook. Nobody wants it more than Westbrook. I think adding Westbrook to that team was just to give them that push because Westbrook to him now, he's having like the time of his life and he's playing basketball like it. So yeah, I think adding Westbrook to that team was very like intelligent because he's very high IQ. I think Denver has a better chance. I really see it being Denver and OKC in the Western Conference Finals.
I'm going to tell you like this right now. Denver knows, like we all know, they cannot afford. Fishing says, Oren, your cousin is killing you with truth. Hold on, man. Don't hold on. You guys, I'm still mad scientisting over here. Listen to me. Hear me now and give me my money later. The Denver Nuggets cannot afford to be anything lower than the 4 seed. They just can't. You know why? Because as an effect, I'm talking about effective roster, they might run 7 deep. Y'all know it. J-Dub, you know it. 7 deep, max. Golden State, by sheer numbers and shooters alone, watch and learn, I'm telling you, will run.
Hold on. You see the way my head just tilted like a dog?
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't understand that. You said the Nuggets only run 7 deep.
Maybe effective.
Are you talking? So Braun is not a starter, right?
Sure.
Did you see some of Braun's games this year?
Oh, absolutely. He's been
I think he dropped like
a
30
revelation.
at one point.
Go beyond. Okay, I don't got to argue with you about this. I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, bro.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on. Hold on.
He's actually. I think Denver is dangerous this year, but I still don't think that they beat OKC. I think that OKC can actually outgun them.
Chat. Let me ask the chat. Is Denver dangerous in this year's playoffs? I know what Fishing says. I'm asking the chat. And I love this Nuggets team.
If they're
Y'all
healthy,
know I love my Nuggets. Y'all know I love my Nuggets. But I'm going to tell you this right now. The Nuggets, the starting 5, they'll be there for you. Once you get into their bench, Julian Strawther, Peyton Watson equal one guy, in my opinion. Have you guys seen different? The inconsistency of both in last night's game in New York will tell you that. This is on a night's rest. Christian Brown has been playing his ass off. But again, that's 2 guys. The Nuggets, in effect, are a 7 deep squad. And I'm telling you, experience is everything in the playoffs. Experience is everything in the playoffs. Everything slows down. Everything's bogged down into the half court. I'm telling y'all right now, mark my words. I don't think the 2 teams, they could. There are scenarios, obviously, where they would see each other. I'm telling you guys right now, man, watch it happen. Golden State will be the sleeper Western Conference champion. Whether or not they win it all, I'll give you that. Although I'd be willing to throw money on it because Boston, been there, beat that. Cleveland, never been there before. Pressure bust pipes. Knicks, nah. J-Dub?
I still gotta disagree with you. I see what you're saying. Okay, right? They don't have as much depth, but you've got Jokic where you just said that Peyton Watson and Julian Strawther are one player, right? Well, Jokic is 3. Okay.
Okay. Fair.
And fair, right?
Fair.
So I feel like as long as the big fella stays healthy, Jamal Murray stays healthy, I could see Denver going to the Western Conference Finals. I'm not saying that they're gonna win it all, but I can see them going to the Western Conference Finals. I think the Celtics are a lock for the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
I don't. I think it's going to be Cleveland. Keep going. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, so I think Cleveland is actually gonna fall short. To me, they're just flashy. They're gonna. I've seen instances and I've seen moments this year where even though their record is what it is, where they're just. I don't think they're ready. I think Boston is again health is a big factor, but if Boston remains healthy, like you said, they've won it last year. I think that they can get back to the finals. I really do.
I think Boston could get back. We were talking about this before. I question whether or not Boston has. I think Boston just had their Dallas Mavericks Dirk Nowitzki moment. I don't know if they're that squad. Now, I do know that all things being equal, they're probably built the best for postseason success because whenever Porzingis wants to show up and play dope, he's just that added X factor that's just like, what are you going to do about that? But again, the thing about Kristaps that I love if I'm his opposition is that he's never going to kill you down on the low block. And so what I'm gauging my opinion on, gentlemen and ladies, whomever's out there, is not so much that Golden State is built. They're built best for today's brand of basketball. Shooters all over the court. And I trust Steph Curry and his ability to raise the level of play of the guys, his own level of play, and therefore the level of play. Don't forget, we're still talking about a team with Andrew Wiggins, who's now a champion, who last night you just got to see. If you watch the game, you're like, that's what it looks like when Andrew Wiggins comes and shows up and plays. Then they get a healthy Draymond back. You can have a Kevon Looney that can come in and guard at least any big. Am I saying that he's going to stop Joker? No, but he will provide stiff opposition to any big that he faces up against. And then you got Gary Payton. You start going down, and the addition of slow-mo.
I like Trace Jackson. I like Trace Jackson, David.
I'm telling you, they are built crazy. They are built crazy.
I could see him. I could see him being a consistent, double guy. As his career develops, right? Can they get it together? Remains to be seen.
What does a champion have to get together? What do you tell a team? Houston is, as a wild card team. I don't disagree with that vision. What does a champion need to do, J-Dub, to get it together, quote unquote?
They just got to make the playoffs.
They just got exactly. They just coming from behind to where would you rather be, the hunted or the hunter? I'm telling you, they're positioned perfectly. They don't have to expend a lot of energy to make the playoffs this year. I'm telling you, they're going to make the playoffs. They don't have to expend a lot of energy doing so. They're deep as fuck. And I think now their coach is like, I don't have any choice. I don't have the luxury of saying I'm only going to go with an 8-man rotation. I got to play.
Well,
it's all hands on deck. And they got guys.
Let's test your theory.
That's not even Buddy Hield. Go ahead.
Can you take me to the standings?
Yeah, let me take you to the standings. Let's do it.
Because we're about we're actually
we're well over halfway. We're well over halfway.
Where are they doing the All-Star game this year?
February 5th or something ish like that. Maybe it's closer to Valentine's Day, but it's coming up soon.
Where are they doing it?
Oh, where is the All-Star game this year, you guys? Chat, where's the All-Star game? Anybody who knows? I was going to say New Orleans, but that's where the Super Bowl is.
Okay, so you might got a point. Well, okay, so you're talking.
Look at everything from 4 through 10. What do you see? What's the trend you notice at 4 through 10? Really through 11.
I mean, looking at these numbers, right? Minnesota's gonna turn it up towards a latter part of the season, which we're gonna be heading in there around March. The only team I can see bumping, I can see them bumping out is the Kings.
Oh, you think the Kings are the only team that can fall out of favor? You don't think Phoenix? Let me tell you something. Everybody from the Clippers, the Lakers, The Clippers, the Lakers, Phoenix, and your beloved Timberwolves are all capable of shitting the bed and falling completely out of contention. I don't know what our guy Tim Connolly was thinking about, but he really fucked Minnesota. He fucked that team bad, and they're going to get burned by it. They're going to get burned by that trade. Trust me. I do agree with you that they will get better as the season goes, but I could also see it going completely off the rails. There is not one team from 4 through 11 that I say, oh yeah, they're just hands down away going to hold on to their spot. Not one of those teams, including Dallas, because Luka can't stay healthy.
I mean, yeah, Dallas, they can't do it without Luka.
They can't do it without Luka, brother.
They can't do it without Luka. Kyrie can't do it all. Gafford, I mean, he's showing some. He's playing good ball lately, but even he's not there yet. McDaniels, they need some more development. But I just, the Kings. I mean, I hope they don't make the playoffs actually, because I didn't like how they treated Mike Brown. So I can see the Warriors and the NBA. What is it? The top 10 teams make it, right?
Top 10 teams make it. Bottom 2 teams are in the playing game, and then you still get a chance, even in the loser slot, you still get a chance to advance.
Correct. So, yeah, I mean, sorry, man, I was hitting some ganja. That good old ganja.
South Florida ain't got no. Yeah, you ain't fooling nobody. South Florida ain't got no good ganja. You guys just got weed.
Y'all crazy?
You're crazy, man.
Yeah,
you ain't got no good ganja down here, man.
Yeah,
you got no good
smoke. Listen, I smoke the earth, mother. The earth, my brother. You heard me?
I'm telling you this right now. I'm telling you this right now. Put the baby to bed. We can move on to another subject. The Golden State Warriors.
Throw the baby out with that bath water.
You heard it. Exactly. Dirty ass swamp weed. Y'all got that Florida weed. Ain't nobody worried about no Florida weed. Y'all ain't got no weed in Florida. Houston and Memphis are facing off right now. This would be a good game for you to turn on and watch.
So listen, just because we smoke weed in Florida doesn't make it dirty Florida weed, dirty swamp. They do have trucks, right? And
sure. Ain't nobody driving to Florida to drop off no weed, brother. You and I have been through this before. We were about to be the kingpins down. Wait, what? What did I say that?
Oh, what?
Wait, what? All right, real quick. To the limit. Okay, hold on. Here's another one. Is JJ Reddick a Hall of Fame coach in the making?
Now Cypher. No.
If he smoked weed from here, he would think we have the oceanfront property in Denver. You ain't been out to Colorado with me yet, have you? No, you never made it with me.
No,
right?
I never made it.
It was Long Beach. Yeah. We'll go out there. It really is something different.
I heard you got to prepare for like the thin air.
Yeah, that's definitely I think a part of it. Where out of towners, you might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down by law and I smoke dog pounds.
Shout out to the food chain, man.
All day, every day. JJ Reddick is a Hall of Fame douche. Well, I was that. Damn it, Andy, you stepped on my joke.
JJ Reddick is JJ Reddick. So you're asking me? I don't
think
he's
a Hall of Fame coach in the making.
Player. He's not a Hall of Fame coach in the making, though.
I think he has the meltdown quality of a Hall of Fame coach. Watch this shit. JJ Reddick is a motherfucker. If anybody ever,
but he was talking here. He would never talk to LeBron like that.
Well, I think part of what the problem is so the whole Bronny played terrible. The whole Bronny played terribly thing. Who do you? Okay, let's talk about this chat, and then we got to get to Before
you go there, Cuzzo, before you go there, right? I respect your point, but he would never talk to LeBron like that.
Of
And
course he would.
Phil Jackson had no problem letting Kobe know, letting him have a piece of his mind, and Jordan, for that matter. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good because I'm saying that, okay. PR move 101. Bronny scores 31 in the D League. Lakers have a championship, a primetime game on TNT coming in tonight. They fly Bronny to wherever they played on the road, right? So that he could meet up with his dad and hopefully that they would have a TNT moment together. Who do you think orchestrated that? JJ Reddick or LeBron James?
LeBron James.
Exactly. So everything that happens with Bronny is happening at the behest of the GM de facto decision maker in LA. So I don't want to hear about Bronny James's feelings. I don't want to hear about he wouldn't talk to. I think JJ Reddick is exercising what little power he has, and I think him and JJ probably have. I think JJ and LeBron probably have an agreement. Listen, bro, I'm gonna do what you ask, but I'm not gonna be anything other than what I've been. Because he don't want to look
Bronny
like
scored 5 points tonight. Okay, on 1 of 6 shooting. Okay. He was 0 from 2 from the line with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 personal fouls. I can't see and that was in 12 minutes of play. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm just telling you right now, the kid should be developing in college. I think the biggest travesty, and you got to do it because LeBron says so. The biggest travesty in sports is that the NBA has become a developmental league, and its best player, it's great. Michael Jordan had not one, 2 sons that both hooped. Neither of them got a sniff, not a cup of coffee. Marcus played in the G League for a little bit. Neither of them got a cup of coffee. You think their pops couldn't have pulled a string and got one of them, pulled a Deion Sanders and got his? I mean, it's a lot easier to get Shiloh Sanders into the NFL because he can be somebody's 53rd man and make Deion happy. You know what I mean? Like, please, Deion, okay, somebody draft my son. If you want to draft Shadur, you got to take my son as the last man so that my son can, get a cup of coffee in the NFL. And then everybody will forget about Shiloh, and then Shiloh can go off and do whatever it is that Shiloh does. Rap, sing, dance, sell watches. I don't know, whatever Shiloh does. When it comes to LeBron and Bronny, JJ is stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I think he's playing it out as best he can. I'll give you what you want. Shit, I'll give you what you want. You want your son to play? Not only is he going to play, I'm going to start him, and I'm going to let everybody know this is what it is. He doesn't question. Nobody questions who's making the decisions with that shit. And I really feel like JJ Reddick, because of this moment, classic red ass. Oh man, that's really good of you. It's only orange. My handle on Twitter X is this at GNT _fast_lane. Right down and down. Watch this. Watch this moment, and then we got to talk about your boy. We got to talk about your boy, Scary Terry. Watch this. Watch you guys. Watch you guys. JJ Reddick won me over in one maneuver. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, right here. Dalton Connect. Watch this. Listen. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on. He is giving Dalton Connect. He's giving Dalton Connect hell and charging him rent. Watch. God damn it, he's not even winning. I'm telling you right now. Now listen, many people will go, you don't show up your guys like that. You don't show your guys up like that. I says that's championship fire. And I think JJ Reddick, I don't know, something tells me he's going to be a great NBA coach. We know he knows the game. You know he knows the game. We've heard him talk the game. He gave Auntie Kendrick Perkins everything that he needed and more in a real debate. And I'm telling you this right now. When the LeBron James circus is over, and we don't have to spend a lot of time here because I want to move on to Scary Terry Rozier and gambling in sports. When the LeBron James era, yo, bro, your headphones are off and I can't hear you at all. If you're talking, you can't be heard. You got to put your headset on. When the LeBron James era comes to a close, hopefully the Lakers allow JJ to do his thing. They allow JJ to do his thing. Yeah, you're muted, bro. You got to have your headphones on. They allow JJ to do his thing. And I think if JJ is allowed to do his thing, JJ would. I think he's the type of guy that the NBA needs, man. I think he's the type of guy that the NBA needs. I think this league needs a boot in the ass, a little less prima donna and a little more fire. And I just love that. I just love what he did with Dalton Connect. It was just such a red ass moment. Well, maybe JJ is the kind of hard ass this generation of coddle wannabes needs. Exactly, Andon. I think that because some guys are going to go, who the fuck does he think he is? He's JJ Reddick. He's pretty good at basketball. He's JJ Reddick. He was pretty good at basketball. And there you go. You're back. Can you hear me? Where's your, now you got to turn your, unmute your mic. I think you got it muted over there. What'd you do? You got to go down and come up. I'm gonna take you down, fix your shit, and come back up. Let's see. J-Dub, say something. All right, you're down. I'm gonna take you down, man. Get your shit fixed. I think JJ Reddick is listen, there's not a lot of hand. Like, you got Adam Silver throwing around like, oh, maybe we'll shorten the games. Oh, you think that's the problem? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, tell me that you know nothing about your sport without telling me that you know nothing about your sport. It's the players. It's this whole Bronny James. I was watching Gil's Arena, and they're, everybody's making excuses for Bronny. Everybody's scared of LeBron. I don't get it, but everybody's scared of LeBron. No one wants to call the spade the spade. LeBron James Jr., Bronny, is a terrible professional basketball player. That doesn't mean that he can't become a great one. That doesn't mean that. What that means is, hey, J-Dub, exit the studio and then come back in. That might fix it. Like, push the red X, go out, and then come back in. That might fix it. Bronny's a terrible pro, and he's not alone. You know how many bad professional basketball players there are in the NBA? There's a lot of them. There's a ton of them. Guys who came out of college too early, guys who probably, were given a nod that they did not deserve, and now the NBA is a developmental league. Give it to him, fishing. The swamp weed fucked him up. We sit here trying to chop it up, and the swamp weed fucked him up. The NBA has become a developmental league. And I think in that case, you guys aren't great basketball players. What, who doesn't deserve to be yelled at like that? Kevin Durant. Let me think of another player who shouldn't be yelled at like that. The list is short. Kyrie Irving. Nikola Jokic. Like, if Mike Malone had a JJ, let me ask you this, Nuggets fan. Do you think Mike Malone should have, what do you think would happen with the Nuggets if Mike Malone had a JJ Redick moment? What do you think would happen to some of its more, let's say if Mike Malone had a JJ Redick moment with, let's say, one of Michael Porter Jr.'s finer defensive performances, or just one of those bonehead Nugget, quintessential Nugget turnovers. Let's see if he's back. J-Dub.
Yo.
There you go. If Mike Malone had a JJ Redick moment, I think that would be something that could quite possibly turn things around in Denver, but I do think they're just poorly constructed. They're poorly constructed. They got a terrible financial situation where their roster is concerned, and guys who, quite honestly, everybody on the Nuggets that's not named Nikola Jokic or Jamal Murray is a work in progress. Everybody, all the way down to the aforementioned Christian Brown. He's a work in progress. It's a project. Can this guy become X? Buddy Hield, to my point, yes, I'm blowing the horn on my prediction. Buddy Hield is a designated shooter in the NBA. We know what he does well. You look across most rosters, the offenses that they run flow freely. But anyway, I don't want to camp out there. All I'm saying is that
he's a very streaky shooter. I mean, yes, I give you Buddy Hield. There's some nights where, you know, he might go off for 6 threes, but majority of the nights he's just, if you're a prop better, right? He lets you down. He lets you down like, you know, like you're 50 years old and you yeah, you know,
you need it.
And you need it, you know. So
no, okay, I don't disagree with that. But those are why they're deep. That's why they're deep, right? You don't have to play them. I'm telling you, I'm not going to stay all night on the Golden State thing because I do want to get to Terry Rozier. But the thing about Golden State's roster is that you don't have to play Buddy Hield and you're fine. Jonathan Kuminga, look at their roster. I challenge you. Anyone, look at their roster. Look how they're built. They're built for guys to be like, it's not you tonight. That's cool. You ain't got it going. We're going with this. So many guys that you literally, with the exception of Gary Payton Jr., so many guys that you actually have to kind of game plan for. Guys that you kind of have to be like, okay, if this guy gets in the game, we have to know what we're going to do with when Podziemski's because he can hit a 3. They've got so many shooters. They've got so many athletes. They're kind of that tweener long. They're not a very tall team, but they're tweener long. I'm telling you, mark my words. If they play defense like they played last night, that was the key too. They said, everybody not named Shea Alexander, you get nothing. And that's exactly what they gave up. So sure, score 90. You're not going to, your 1 is not going to beat our 8. Score 90. Have at it. They did their best to make it hard on him. He got his 52 points. And that was, I mean, when they turned it on defensively, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. All right. Anything that you want to add to my JJ Reddick is a Hall of Fame coach segment? Jada, you were gone for a second.
Yeah, I'm here.
No, I know. What do you think about JJ Reddick as a coach? Did you already?
No, I didn't get to give my input yet. So I think, I respect your opinion, Cuzzo, but I have to decline. And the reason why I decline is because, right, who is going to be his LeBron? I mean, his relationship, the only reason why he made it to the NBA as a head coach is because his relationship with LeBron, because they both have a love for Merlot, right? For red wine, right? And they like to watch film. I mean, yes, he could have made it in later on in his career, but who doesn't want that on the resume, right? I coach LeBron, okay? So to me, I mean, I think that maybe he's got 5 years left, and I think he gets out of the game.
Why would you do that? Why would he do that? Why?
Well, because somebody, I mean,
give me.
I don't know. I just when I look at JJ Reddick, I think that I look at someone like, for me, honestly, you know what? I take that back. I don't think that he plays 5. I don't think that he coaches 5 years. I think that actually he'll have a long tenured career because he wasn't that good of a player, and I feel like the better impact that he can give on the game would be to coach, right? And it would be to kind of instill a lot of those things that he learned at Duke that he would, preach about when he was an analyst. So yeah, it could, but I'm already seeing him have an issue with egos, right?
And he's not afraid to climb that ladder. That's why I think partly he'll be successful. What NBA current baller that's not named Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, maybe? What guy has the pedigree? What guy has the pedigree to tell JJ Reddick, don't talk to me like that? What guy? Who?
There's a lot of them in the NBA.
What are you talking about? Based on what?
We're talking of, I mean, there's a lot of guys in the NBA that are,
that have the pedigree to tell JJ Reddick, you don't know basketball.
Okay. You said
don't talk to me like that. You don't know basketball.
I thought you meant the audacity. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, no, you're right. I think it's twofold. If JJ Reddick,
one thing that we always have is the audacity.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Who that? Mamas? Okay. I'll tell you this right now. And we can close this out. JJ Reddick I think he's a championship level coach. I think what the NBA needs is guys who know basketball. I think the NBA needs a boot in the ass. I don't think they need to worry about like, I don't think they need to worry about like, let's shorten the games. Let's shorten the length of the game. I don't think that they need to worry about, let's add a different wrinkle to the NBA All-Star weekend. I think the NBA needs to start developing at its lower levels professional basketball players and then put a professional product on the court. And I think that starts with coaches. And I think it starts because we've been talking about it on this show is how do you make the game better? And I think it's got to be a full-fledged like revolt from the managerial class. That's like, okay, I'm done watching this. You knuckleheads are going to either bang with me and I'm going to embarrass you, or you're going to start playing like a pro. You got to treat these kids like kids again. That's my point. All right. Let's go with Fishin's 4-leg parlay. Let me see what this is, Fishin. Let me see what you did. What have you done here? Zach Hyman, anytime goal scorer. Troy Terry, anytime goal scorer. Mark Stone, anytime goal scorer. Jared McCann, anytime goal scorer. 220. Whoa, $5, $330 payout. Detroit at Edmonton, Anaheim, and Calgary. I wish I were better at hockey. I could really tell you. I could really give you when J-Dub comes back. We'll have J-Dub. You and J-Dub can chop it up about this. Hold on, J-Dub's back. Hey, J-Dub.
What's up, man?
Look at this parlay that Fishin put together and tell me you play the parlays and I know you keep up with all sports because of it. What do you think about this 4-leg parlay that he put up?
Some of these games already started, I believe, correct?
No, I know. He's already in there. $5 to pay out $330.
How many legs have hit yet?
Fishin, how many legs have hit just yet? Zach Hyman, anytime goal scorer, 125. Troy Terry, anytime goal scorer, 240. Mark Stone, anytime goal scorer, 170. Jared McCann, anytime goal scorer, plus 220.
None. So you're working on the reverse sweep.
What does that mean? You guys talking the Ambler code. You guys talking it's like gypsy.
The reverse sweep is that none of them hit. That he misses all four. That none of them
sweep in reverse. Got it.
Yeah. But there actually isn't a bet for that where you can bet on it that a guy doesn't score.
They should have that.
There's some books that have obvious. There's some books that have those kind of bets, but most books are. I don't think they can withstand. The hit. Like if the public would actually, take that, and it hits. You're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a basketball one too? Hold on. Fishing got a basketball one going tonight too. Hold on. Okay. Here's the basketball one. Dylan Brooks, 2 made threes. I think he's already got that. Jaren Jackson. Here, let me pull up. Let me see. Memphis. Tears I cry. Being a fool in love ain't right. If you really want to be happy, baby, nights like this I wish. Dylan Brooks. He's already got your 2 threes, so you already hit that. I knew Dylan had that. I saw him when he hit his second. What else you got, fishing? Jaren Jackson, 2 made threes. Let's see about it. Let's see about it. Jaren Jackson. You're halfway home with Jaren Jackson's. I think he'll hit that one for you, fishing. Desmond Bain, 2 made threes. We got a theme going here. I know Desmond Bain is going to get that one for you. Desmond Bain. Oh, he's 0-1. 4-10. Not having a good shooting night. I don't know. That one might catch you. That one is always the guy who you think is going to do it that doesn't do it for you. Jalen Green, 3 made threes. Let's look at it. Let me see. Who am I looking at? Jalen? You're right there. I think he'll get that. He's jacking it up. He's feeling, not shooting a good percentage from the field. He's 4-10. He's been in a bit of a slump lately, but this looks like a break. This looked like it'll be one of those games. He got a whole half of basketball. I think he'll be fine. Desmond Bain, score 20 plus. Desmond Bain. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Desmond Bain, 10 points already in the first half. I think he'll hit that. He'll probably do you dirty, though, and score 19. Jalen Green's 20 plus.
Here's the perfect segue into Scary Terry.
Scary Terry. This is the perfect.
I just sent you a little parlay that I got in right now as well.
Amen Thompson. 8 plus rebounds. I really like Amen Thompson's game. How do we get Amen Thompson out of Houston and into a Denver Nuggets jersey? He's definitely getting that 8 plus rebounds. Damn, he's only got 3 rebounds so far. He's a beast on the glass. I'm pretty surprised about that. Although Memphis is no slouch. And then Desmond Bain, 6 plus assists. This one looks tough on you, Fishing. This one looks tough on you. I think all those numbers are achievable, but this just looks like one of those nights where you're going to hit on like 6 or 8, 7 out of the 8. 6 or 7 out of the 8. But we're all rooting for you. We're all rooting for you, Fishing.
We're rooting for you, man.
All right. And then you got one for me, J-Dub. Don't send it to my text, bro. Put it in the chat, man, so I can pull it up in the thing. Hold on. Okay. We're just going to read this off. LeBron James, 27.5, 27.5. Jared Allen, 24.5. I think Jared Allen hit for you, didn't he?
Yeah, they both hit. They both went under.
DeAndre Ayton.
My new thing is a lot of the star players take their unders, man. And we're gonna segue into why I said that. Okay.
Okay.
But
let's get
especially with minutes and especially with blowouts in the NBA, right? A lot of the guys, but yeah, we need Ayton for 13. He's got 8 right now. And we need Jeremy Grant for 3 rebounds. He's got 0. But that is a perfect segue. Let's do it. So I don't know if you guys saw this. Not this one. Try and make this make sense. Transbians. You know what a transbian is? It's transgender lesbian. No men allowed.
I'm going to leave that alone. Well, but there are men.
What is that? What is that right there that they got Kuzman and what?
The Wizards have lost 20 straight games.
Wow.
God, I wonder if there's any trade pieces on the Wizards that we could get for us.
That is wild.
Maybe we could get Kyle Kuzma. Oh, hold on. Here's one. There's not a more delusional person, I think, on the face of the planet than the third non-consequential black brother. Listen,
I think I rap colder than him. Basketball colder than him.
Not only is this like the first song of yours that really made the net.
LiAngelo Ball thinks he's a better rapper than Cameron.
I think I rap colder than him. Basketball colder than him.
Not only is this like the first song of yours that really made the net go into frenzy.
I think
you
he
also
did too
very
much
recently got to your
swerving
first
and
ever
bending
rap
corners.
beef. with Cameron?
That'd be 4 hours rapping.
I know, but it's all kind of just happening so quickly. What's it been like having to deal with like commentary from someone like Cameron?
I don't deal with it. Like, that don't bother me, bro. I just address it because I ain't finna get punked for nothing. Like, dog, what is you saying? They don't know me at all. I don't know Cameron, bro. I think I rap colder than him. Basketball colder than him.
Whoa, I
Dang,
can't
he
play
said
this
I
song.
can't do this. Like, bro,
Right.
I knew it was coming. I just be keeping it cool. Like,
Well, the basketball, I mean, Cameron's great at basketball, but I would think it's safe to assume you're a better basketball player than Cameron.
discussion though, bro.
But you also feel as if musically you're
Me
better?
personally, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, I'm not gonna say that. Well, I said it on here now, but
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
just
going
said it.
online, like, I'm better than Cameron. Like, yeah.
But you do feel that way, though.
I feel that way. But hella people gonna respect. That's they legend for real. I'm not disrespecting.
Right.
Like, cool, bro. I don't know. I don't have no feeling towards it.
The only feeling is that you feel like musically, you're superior.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm up there in my music for real.
Good, man.
J-Dub,
Keep
what do you-
cooking, dog.
J-Dub, what do you think about that song that LiAngelo Ball dropped? Whoa.
I think it's the best song of 2005, man.
Man, exactly. That's great.
You know,
It's such an old sound. It's like, what the fuck? Ooh, look at this as a stat. CeeDee Lamb went from Baker Mayfield to Kyler Murray to Jalen Hurts at Oklahoma. He played with those in 3 successive years. That's who CeeDee Lamb had as quarterbacks. That's pretty dope. Philly fan is a piece of shit. This guy's got balls. Watch this. That's a long way to jump. Would you do it? Oh. Would you do it?
for what?
A free parlay bet that you get to keep everything that they put you, whatever you bet, you don't got to put up no money and they pay out whatever you win.
I mean, what's the max amount of money I can put up on the bet?
Make the amount. You make the amount. Okay, cap it off at 10K.
It's got to be a parlay, right?
Got to be a parlay.
Parlay consists of 2. So
cap it at 10K.
For 10, would I do that? Yeah, I'd jump that for 10.
Andon says you could die jumping. It's probably true. It's probably true. I love cliff jumping. I don't know. That seemed like a long way to jump. That seemed like a long way.
Rewind that, run that back.
Hold on, watch. Watch this. Look when he throws the rock. Look how long it takes. And then
He's
he just
also heavier, but he's heavier.
And he belly flops.
Oh. Nah, I wouldn't do that for 10K.
10K?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh man, I don't know.
No.
I think I might. 40?
50? It has to be over 40K.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to Scary Terry. Let's get to Scary Terry. Where's Scary Terry at? Where's my Scary Terry Rozier?
Pico, I'm on live stream right now.
Ravens, Justin. Here we go. Okay. This story right here is what we're gonna close the night out on, I think. So federal prosecutors are investigating whether Terry Rozier manipulated his performance in 2003 as a part of an illegal sports betting scheme, per the Wall Street Journal. Ever since they started this online betting BS, you can tell the difference in referees and games, and also they turned it into a business. That's what somebody said on Twitter. Is online gambling ruining sports?
Online gambling is certain sports. Certain sports is fun, right? But yes, online gambling is ruining sports.
Dad Solo says he's not jumping. I think that what it did was, hold on, I would not do that even for $1 million, says Andon G.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Not scary, just stupid. There's always been gambling in some way, shape, or form. So no, you don't think. Okay, this is why I say yes. Online gambling is completely ruining sports. This is why I say yes. It's not that we don't know that players have been involved in things like point shaving, whatever the Dad Solo says. I definitely think it's weird that ESPN is profiting from it. That you just hit my Dad Solo.
Super duper. That's nice.
Have you guys ever watched Scott Van Pelt's little gambling segment? That's when I knew it was over. That's when I knew the fix was in. Have you guys watched SportsCenter when Scott Van Pelt does that little gambling segment with the guy with the bald head? Anybody? Bueller? What the fuck am I talking to myself?
I don't watch that.
You don't. He said I don't watch that.
I don't because to me it's just a conflict of interest with ESPN, right? How are you gonna be a
Jeremy Mutoya, welcome to the party, pal.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's a huge conflict of interest. How can you have the purveyor of their own gambling? They are the business now, reporting on the news. What would incentivize, therefore? Because I would have figured that the Wall Street Journal wouldn't have reported on the Terry Rozier story, that ESPN, who's in the business of covering sports, would report that. But what incentive would ESPN have to pull the curtain back and show us what we all know to be true? Again, I don't think anybody is disillusioned to think that sports haven't had some level of gambling fix in them. But when you got an NFL team now in Vegas, like, what are we talking about? And because you guys are so trusting, this is how you guys look at stuff. Not you guys, other you guys. Not this you guys. Other you guys look at stuff like this.
Think of that trick, how they pull it off, purely based on they wouldn't do that. How many times you got to see they would do that before you get it? They would do that, and they did do that, and they're doing it now. And I understand if you're a little cow that wants to believe in it, but grow the fuck up. Just be honest. Look at the thing in front of you.
Terry Rozier being involved in a gambling. You know when I knew Terry Rozier, why this didn't, and to his credit, my cousin pointed this out to me. The story. And I was like, Terry Rozier, when I first used to watch him play in Charlotte, I'd be like, that dude is really good at basketball. Like, really, really good at basketball. And it just seemed like there was this level he almost had Ja Morant vibes before Ja Morant. You know what I'm talking about? And it just seemed like this crest that he couldn't get by. And then I'm reminded of stories of guys who eventually it came out in their career. Oh, what was my guy's name? Oh, fuck. Played at the University of Illinois. Kendall Gill. Who early on in their career showed these flashes. And then you kind of heard Pete Rose. You kind of heard the rumblings behind. It's like, yeah, he's because here's what ends up happening. What ends up happening is a guy who can get paid like that has probably been getting paid like that for a while. You got a guy. And you just know where to fit it in every once in a while. Just, make a little extra cash for yourself. And it disincentivizes you ever reaching the crest of because you've gotten used to the money. And a lot of guys just don't give a shit about being great. They just want to get paid. Get paid, who? Fuck some hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the big deal? And now they're just slowly, when ESPN added that Bad Beats segment, thank you for whoever, Jeremy Perea, thank you. When they added that Bad Beat segment, they just kind of pulled the layer back and let everybody know we're doing exactly what you think we're doing back here. And you'll never, and guess who's the product? This is why I'm telling you that betting is bad for sports. Guess who's the product? Who's the product in online gambling? J-Dub? Who's the product? You are. Now, that's not to say that Andon or J-Dub, I know, like J-Dub knows his shit, and Andon, you know your shit. That's not to say you guys aren't good at it. What percentage, now let me ask you this. What percentage, and J-Dub, you take over, step in whenever you want. What percentage of gamblers would you say are good at it? And I'm talking about sports bettors. Let's not get into.
I'm talking about a 1%. You're talking about 1%. 99% aren't good at it. There's a small 1%, literally, that are good at it.
What's the worst night on any sport where on any night when there's live sports being played, what's the worst night you think that we'll call it the house takes? What's the worst night in that percentage you think that they give up on a really bad night when the house gets beat, when all of us win? What percentage of all of us is actually winning?
Well, I just read an article that the month of November regarding football, NFL football, was the biggest loss that Vegas has taken in a long time.
How big was the loss? Is that Chico?
Yeah, that's Chico.
That's my buddy. What's up, Chico?
Yeah.
Let me get to some of you guys' comments. Let's get to some of you guys' comments. There you go, Chico. There's Chico and the man. Chico Chest. What's up, boy? You always talking. When your dad's trying to talk to me, you're always talking. We got twin pups. Esco's over on the other side, sleeping. I have not seen VP's betting segment. Yeah, it's called Bad Beats. And it's really kind of the curtain pulled back because ESPN is supposed to be a journalistic endeavor. They've taken since they have ESPN bets. And so they're just crossing the line between news and information and this weird, I don't think that there's an impropriety quite like it in.
Class action lawsuit is on the way.
Bro, imagine if CNBC also had a Robinhood site that you could buy stocks through. Doesn't that seem like an impropriety? They're giving you the news and like you're not supposed to. Those two lines never should cross, right?
Yeah, but in the world, that's why they label it entertainment. Well, I mean, I'd like to see their justification, but I also foresee a class action coming in the future. Right?
I think we should get together and mount that class action now because I think it is when they have those commercials. They're like, got a problem gambling? It's like, yeah, it's y'all. I don't think people should be protected from themselves either, mind you. I'm not that guy. But I think that you got to tell people how the sausage is being made so that they can make a clear decision. Oh, yeah, it's super low key, but it's a betting segment. Yeah, it's straight up a betting segment. Now all commentators on every sports talk about odds and the games and teams. And it's so insane. And then what's worse is when you're listening to your favorite podcast, now you have them pumping to you. What are these stake and what's the high low? You know what I mean? Like everybody, like gambling is so rampant. Now, again, I'm all about people making adult decisions for themselves, but it seems like an overt attack on the senses of the sports interested community that, a little action makes the game funner, makes the game more fun. But who does that benefit is all I'm saying. Because again, who's the product? Y'all, when you're asking yourself the question, who's the product? This was all of us watching sports, and then it became all of us playing, not all of us, some of us, many of us doing fantasy football. And then FanDuel and all those things came along, and the lines got blurry. And then the next thing you know, and so when I see the story about Terry Rozier, I'm like, that's not the story. They'll make him the story. Oh, here's one guy. You think Terry Rozier is the only guy who's participating in manipulating the outcome of the games that he's participating in on on a level? I'm not even gonna say a pro level, pro college, especially now with NIL in college. Dear God, online betting in sports has made it 100% better. Okay, Fishing, come on with it. More people watch, more people know players, and it's not just their home teams. All leagues have been able to expand because of it. Fair point. Pete Rose got shafted. If this were, I know, right? Poor Pete Rose. Pete Rose is like, what the fuck? It should have been born. I should have been born a Generation Xer. Andon, exactly. Like when they took that safety during the Chiefs and Texans home game. How many times has it burned you though, Fishing? Tate don't fuck no hoes. They're telling you that you don't have no hoes. That's what Fishing said. You ain't got no hoes. Players are the products. Bettors are the consumers. No, Fishing. Trust me when I say you're the product. You might be good at it, but the gamblers are the product. Your data. Listen, I'm just here to tell you the truth. You can do whatever you want with it, but trust me, you're the product. The NBA has had their fair share of gambling scandals. Tim Donaghy, Jonte Porter, etc. Exactly. The Browns just traded for Justin Tucker. They like his style. Paul Schaefer's in the house. I'm good at blackjack. Paul Schaefer once again. Fishing. If KC loses the Super Bowl, it will be a huge loss to the books. I'm hoping for that. I'm betting the underdog. 51st round this time. I read. I don't know what you're talking about, Timothy Rimothy. Hit me. Fishing. I think it's made the games themselves a worse quality product. It may be more fun for a certain segment of fan, but it influences the play in the actual game. It does. Players know the odds. I just Chico getting some love. What's up, Chico? Chico getting some love. They gave Tucker the biggest contract for a kicker ever.
Hey, chat, did Jeremy Grant suit up tonight? Because I do not see him in the lineup on ESPN.
I don't know. Ask the chat. Chat, is Jeremy Grant playing tonight? Did he suit up? Oh, the game is absolutely worse, but it's not because of the bettors. It's because leagues have allowed players to come in their leagues without being developed. I agree with that. One and done killed the NBA. I do not disagree with that. I do think two things can exist within the same space. Politicians already play the stock markets now. Of course they do. It's called insider trading. Ask Nancy Pelosi how she got so rich being a public servant. It's crazy. Just what is a quote unquote high end massage?
Come to you for the horse bets.
Fishing's got the horse bets.
Fishing's got the horse bets, and he said he's even better at horse racing. So, Fish, you got to stand on business.
Stand on business.
Are you an SOB? No,
do you stand on business? Do you stand on business though?
Yeah.
Charlie Beagle says, just what is a quote high-end massage parlor in Baltimore? The girls don't crack their gum while JW, you want to tell anybody about Baltimore, the city? Your opinions. You've been up here. You know all about the DMV.
If you've seen The Wire, it's just like The Wire.
Yeah, it's The Wire time. There are some nice parts of Baltimore, though, right?
There are some nice parts of Baltimore. They're gentrifying every city, my man.
Yeah, for sure. It happens. Yes, Congress people should not be able to trade stock. No, they should not. You get to learn about all the industries, especially senators. Keep in mind, you probably know this, but if you don't know, the House of Representatives represents people. Senators represent tracts of land. They represent literally the land in your state. That means all the business done on the land. They're not interested in people, is what I'm saying. That's why they do business like that. I hate to think that there's been millions of professional players and not a single one ever admitted to a script or anything like that. Either it's a giant secret or a giant hoax. Agreed. Andon says, I'm talking about all sports are worse now because it's so on the minds of everyone partaking in any aspect of the game. Betting was fine when it was confined to Vegas. Now it's the main talking point. I agree. It kind of just dampens it. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's healthy. I really don't. Altruistically, I think it's bad for business. I think it's bad for business long term. Charlie Beagle, officials shouldn't be allowed to bet on Chiefs games. That is quality right there, Charlie Beagle. Officials can't bet. Officials can bet. No, Paul Schaefer, they can't.
You blew it. You blew it.
They cannot. Before online betting, there was still Tim Donaghy's. Of course.
Jeremy Grant was ruled out tonight because of the ankle.
Oh, whose parlay did that destroy?
It didn't destroy. No, they just voided.
Oh, they just voided. Okay.
Yeah, they voided. As long as the player doesn't play.
Fishing, I'm even better.
With Rozier, going back to Rozier, what was interesting was because the reason why they're bringing up Rozier on investigation is because the Deontay Porter, the gang or the group of individuals that was conspiring with Deontay Porter, they noticed that these individuals took some bets, right, on Terry Rozier, some, out of what they would call out of unconventional bet, right?
Right.
Apparently, people had some inside information. And I sent you the tweet earlier. I don't believe that this was photoshopped, but I sent you a tweet. I'm going to send it to you again here.
I got it. Hold on. Let me see. So it said at least I was in on it today. Got lucky that I was fed some inside info that Rozier was leaving in the first or second quarter, depending on the game flow and live lines. That's crazy. So that his unders would hit. That's crazy. Hold on, look at that shit, chat. What the hell is that sound, J-Dub?
They edited this March 23rd of 23.
J-Dub, you got something going on your side. Is that like, is there a Wicca man in your studio? What is that sound?
That's the monster. Okay.
The Wicca man. You got the Wicca man there.
Yeah.
So, oh man, Books pulled Rozier's lines. Then he got hurt mid-game. That's crazy. Just that simple.
Always take the players' unders.
Always?
I mean, you got to look at it like this, right? A player averages what they average. When they have what they average up there, you have, I mean, there's some nights they're going to get it, but when you're mixing and matching I would tell you, the straight bet. A guy's not going to always hit what they have his line at. He might get close to it sometimes, on a hook. You might catch that half. Like tonight, luckily for me, I caught Jared Allen on a hook. I had his under 24.5 points and rebounds. He had 9 points and 15 rebounds. So his people that bet his double-double are pissed.
Oh,
because
for sure.
You know what? You know why? Because for 3 minutes, he ran around.
And did nothing. That's crazy.
Only grabbed one rebound.
That's crazy.
So with how my mind is looking at it is a lot of people will look at these players to perform every night.
Right.
Every night to perform. There's 82 games. There's a lot of variables you got to take into account. Travel, rest time of game, things like that, especially with college. Like when they have those games on Saturdays at 12 o'clock, I mean, do you really think a team's going to put up a whole bunch of points after getting out of bed on a Saturday morning? So it's just a lot of things. So, the unders, I'm going to start really looking at key unders to take.
Let me ask you this.
Because also before you ask me that, right? When a player is playing and they get injured, the bet is still alive. So your ticket's done. So if you take his under, that's a guaranteed, green if on your parlay.
Right. Who do you think is more responsible for more of the outcomes if there are improprieties where gambling is concerned? Players or officials?
So we already saw the Tim Donaghy 60 Minutes interview. I think that now it's both. I think it's the officials against the players, right? And the reason why is because we talked about this earlier.
Chico getting his shit off. Talk your shit, Chico. Talk your shit,
He wants to lay down on the bed, man. These dogs are so spoiled. But really, what it is this, right? Every team, if not, has a liaison or a representative, right, from these agencies, from these DraftKings, from these FanDuels. These players know their lines. They know their lines going into the game. And I believe that on some nights, and that because that's where the money's coming from. Where else do you pay Miles Turner, right? A guy, I mean, I'm sorry for everybody out there if you're grown that you like to play with Legos, but a grown man that's 7 feet that likes to play with Legos, okay, that you're giving him $20 million a year to do what he does, Miles Turner.
You think that the majority of
he might get only like 10 double doubles
gambling? I don't know about that. That seems like a bridge too far for me to go across. I do agree with you. I
think Miles Turner is soft. I'm sorry.
Did you see his get up the other night? Did you see that French shit that he had on when he had on the blazer and the? I don't
exactly.
Disagree. I don't
the
disagree.
eclectic from the eclectic dressing to the Lego playing. Isaiah Stewart did it best. He said, "Man, you pussy, you play with Legos."
Isaiah Stewart is one of them throwbacks too. I love that kid with
Last
Detroit,
night he was
man.
going like this to the dude and going.
Yeah, they had almost a little melee. They tried to recreate Auburn Hills. I think
I like
that
Isaiah Stewart's game.
I like his game too. He's a throwback to me. He's a guy who, like, after the LeBron, remember when LeBron caught him in the dome and with that elbow, and since then he got that dog. He got that dog.
And that's what I love about him. He wasn't scared of LeBron.
He wasn't scared of LeBron. I think, and quite honestly, I think LeBron didn't want no parts. I don't think LeBron wanted any parts. Because, you know, when you're as big as LeBron, have you ever really been in a scuffle? Of course not. He's 6'8", built like a Hummer. Pause.
LeBron chin ain't never been tested.
He ain't never had his chin tested. He ain't never got it checked. He ain't never had it checked.
You know what? That's true. Like, for real. Like, that's one thing that you ask LeBron, and I bet you, you know, past the age of probably like 15, he's never been in a fight.
Oh, Nick, let me tell you.
I think when he was an adolescent, yeah, he got tried.
Yeah, for sure, maybe. You know, he's up. You know, he's up to talk about the ego back then. Who's running up on a guy that's 6'8", 280 pounds? Not most people. You know what I'm saying? Most watch this. Watch Wemby. This is how you know about basketball players is put. What'd your boy Isaiah Stewart say? You pussy. You know what I'm saying? You play with Legos. Watch Wemby on this. You want to see a guy who you can tell wants no parts of a fight? It's Victor Wembanyama. Not like that mayor. Watch Victor Wembanyama on this.
Oh, yeah, when he got grabbed up.
Watch this. Watch how many guys it takes to stop 7'9" Victor Wembanyama. One small man. You wasn't gonna go do nothing.
Zubac tossed him to the ground.
Yeah, because Zubac gave him a push. Look, watch Victor. Oh yeah, sacre bleu. Listen, you bastard. Okay, I don't really want it with you though. Basketball players are not built for violence. Oh, you guys couldn't see it. My bad. Hold on. My bad. I didn't know you guys could see it. Oh, you guys didn't tell me you couldn't see it.
Off that Wemby block.
Push.
Then kind of shoves Victor and he goes flying.
Look at Victor. God damn it. I'm going
he didn't kind of shove
talk
him.
to you really sternly. Okay, I'm done.
Into the ground. And
hold on. Watch it again. Watch when he runs over there.
you see, he goes right after Victor there, and that should have been technical.
He's like, God, sacre bleu. I'm going to speaking like that. I don't even. All right, I'm done.
We play on. Welcome back. This is what happened. A little dust.
Welcome back. Here's what happened.
Welcome back. Here's what happened.
Welcome back. Here's what happened.
Between Zubac and Wembanyama.
Wembanyama
had to be contained by those refs. I think a couple of guys on his team.
Like one guy half his height was able to grab him around his waist, and Victor was like, "Okay, I'm done. I don't want to get knocked out." Yeah, nobody's running up on LeBron James. All right, before we get out of here, my Kings got robbed in the playoffs 20 years ago. I was telling my boys, those aren't fouls. Oh yeah. The Kings and those Lakers series, I know exactly what you're talking about. Paul Schaefer, giving it up. I don't bet online. Seems like a slippery slope. I just always caution people. You just have to understand. Do what you want. It's your money. It's your life. You grown. You a grown ass man. You the product. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm a badass mother who don't take no shit from no one. I agree, Fishing. I fuck with you.
At-O-R-E-N.
I mean, that's me, but you understand. I meant that for you. Dude can't find a rub and tug. Rub and tug. God damn it. That's good. That's really good, Paul Schaefer. Baltimore is hard as fuck. Don't mess around in that town. Yeah, it's not a place where you want to break down. And in Baltimore is a tough city for sure. Ray Lewis lost his coat one time.
Listen, you don't want to break down not on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, they speak so strange. It's so odd. The Baltimore accent is just this weird, like it's like Boston meets Philly meets the South. It's very odd. It's a very odd accent. Didn't ruin my parlay. I win. LOL. That's why I can find my betting the roller derby. Yeah, I mean, I've never bet on roller derby. They didn't find his coat. Turns out it was a dead guy stole it. Yeah, I know. Just stabbed him up to somebody. Turns out somebody plunged a knife into that guy. Weird. Rookie Bronco got caught gambling, suspended. Who? Uzi or something? D-line. I call him Uzi. There was a Bronco that got caught gambling. Oh Lord, I play bet overs. Alternate over under. Never under. Pause. Nope. Paul. And in LOL, Ray Lewis is hard as fuck. He's gonna be coaching in the NFL one day, giving his motivational speeches. Could you imagine Ray Lewis leading the troops out of the tunnel doing that goddamn dance and then he breaks his hip or some shit? Didn't know little Uzi Vert played on the Broncos. He does not. That is not true. I posted my wins, Oren, in the last week. Always the over. So you say always the over. Cuzzo says always the under. You guys need to come together and maybe you find yourself in the middle. Lil Uzi, better nickname. Gamblers only tell you about their wins. This is true, Paul Schaefer. You never hear about them losses. I lost every under I ever bet. I put losses as well. I'm not ashamed. Okay. Automatically it's 0-0, so under is logical, but logically it seems better. Lego my Legos. Okay, we're running out of steam here. Almost every betting site now has alternate points you can use. The odds change a little bit, but you have better chances of winning if you think a player can't hit the over. Andon says, you are confirming what I said. The players may not be getting paid straight through, but they definitely are aware of their situation and it affects the play of the game. I just think that it's
whoever said that about the alternate points. Let me break that down, right? Because that's also the sucker's bet. And the reason why is because you got to look at the value that you have to buy it at. So if they got a guy like Shea Gilgeous, right now this year he's averaging 30. For him just to get 25, you got to put up $425 just to win 100. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
So it's the odds makers. It's where they set the line and the value that you got to buy in it. Would you if it's not a fair bet because $100 is not going to bring you back $100. It might bring you back maybe $14 on your 100 for him to score 25. It's where they set the line.
If it's any consolation to any of you guys, check the value of the dollar in general. A dollar's really worth 3 cents. So, you know what I'm saying? Only other 19.5. If Paul Schaefer says, what's the Super Bowl over under? Doing that takes players intent on gambling out the game. I don't know about that. Hold me back. Seriously, hold me back. Yeah, that was when don't let me go, sugar. Don't let me go.
Hey, Cuzzo, I'm gonna drop off right now. I got this guy here.
Hop out. I hear my nephew, and I'm gonna be wrapping this thing up here in a second. Everybody say, hold on, let's give a round of applause to my cousin. Y'all give a round of applause to my cousin. His name is J-Dub. J-Dub, where can they find you at?
You can find me at SF Troubleshooter on Twitter, SF Troubleshooter, and on Instagram you can find me at The Troubleshooter, not an ER, SHOOTA, shooter.
SF Troubleshooter or The Shooter. I know it's in the chat, so we'll make sure we put that back. Thanks, J-Dub. I appreciate you, brother.
We'll be back. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? With this This is what we doing, man.
For sure, though. I love you, cuzzo.
Love you too, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, Mom. I'm gonna drop you down, okay?
All right.
All right. Peace. That's my cousin J-Dub, y'all. Big shout out to Andrew Tate, my cousin Andrew Tate. You guys. Tate out. He's like Tate out. Tate out. All right. Wrap this thing up. Definitely over under 48.5. Both teams in the playoffs. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking the over on the Super Bowl. I'd take that. Chico's out. You missed the movie reference there. What movie did I miss? What did I miss? I'm sorry. I was reading rapid. I don't like losing a red cent. Never gambled. I was kind of the same way. And you know what I found out though is that the reason why I don't gamble is because I got that thing in me that's like, this next one though, yeah, I do play the lotto, not gonna lie. And when I win Mega Millions, I'm out of here. We're gonna have a great show when I do it, but when I win Powerball or Mega Millions, I'm out of here. You guys stick around for it. That's as far as I go mostly. I once went swimming without waiting a half hour and eating after eating a hot dog. Charlie Beagle, I feel like that's from a Cool Runnings Man. Pulp Fiction, Cool Runnings Man. Damn you, crazy Charlie. Ooh. Ray Lewis did dance this year in the playoffs. Did he? I didn't see it. I demand the jamming helmet. There will be none given. Like the hood, you guys have been. Journey Spice, get some. My guy Andon. We're going to get all these read. Exactly which is why you parlay it with teams win-loss. See Andon. Adios, friend. Round of applause. Round of applause. Thanks, Cuzzo. Troubleshooter. Thanks, Orrin. You the man as always. Nice meeting you, Andrew Tate. And Paul Schaefer. All right. You guys, this was an extended version of Good News Travel Fast, but I think we did a great job. Now, to go through in my thank yous. Andon. Paul Schaefer. Timothy. Fishing for Cards. Troubleshooter.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Charlie Beagle.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Paul Schaefer. Did I say Paul Schaefer already?
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Dad Solo.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Jeremy Perea.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
It's only orange.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
I think that's kind of everybody. I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody. So, oh, no. Skunk Life Media.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Conga Hydra.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Media Critic.
Every day in my hood, I bang. I'm a nice worker.
Round of applause for the hood. As for me, my name is Orrin Lamena. I tell you guys this all the time. This is nothing without y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like hearing your name too, Paul Schaefer. So this is my Friday. Don't be surprised though if you see me tomorrow on Friday. I don't know. I just love hanging out with you knuckleheads. Remember what I said? The most important thing, though, is that we have a good time and we stay informed. Find somebody that you love. Hold them close. Make sure that they know that you know them. Because you never know when the last time might be the last time. We don't like to think about things like that. But, you know, got to be real. We stay vigilant. We stay hydrated. We stay talking that talk. We stay chopping it up. My name is Orrin Lamena. This has been a Kill You With Truth production. Little thing that I like to call Good News Travel Fast. I wish you nothing. But the best. Until next time, you knuckleheads. Peace and I'm out.
And now it's time to play everybody's favorite game.
Good news. Jesus Christ, we can't run.